The Paris Olympic semifinals for the men's 1500 meter dash is super stacked and it's two heats. And these are some of the craziest packed heats we have ever seen in Olympic history. And they didn't hold back when it came to arranging these heats. Heat number one has the Olympic champion Jakob Ingebrigtsen from Norway. And it also has the 2023 world champion Josh Kerr from the United Kingdom. The heat also hosts other guys like the United States 1500 meter national champion Cole Hawker, and then a handful of other guys who are just a bunch of nobodies. But I felt it really strange that they would take Jakob and Josh Kerr and put them in the same semifinal heat. This is one of the craziest set of arrangements I've ever seen. Then in the second heat, we have a world champion, Timothy Chariot. We have the United States hopeful, Little Hobbs, a really decent runner. Yared Nuguse ultra roll dash. Anais Isai from South Carolina. Nordas. And then some other randoms. They take top 6 in each heat. The first heat is definitely more stacked. I feel like the second heat has a lot of depth as well though. But all the top talent besides Timothy Chariot, in my opinion, and Nordas and Lauros are in the first heat. I feel like all the top guys who are supposed to make the final are going to make the final. And as easy as top 6 in each heat sounds to get, I do definitely indeed expect the Americans to do American things when it comes to distance running. So I only expect one American, maybe two, if they have a really good race to get into the final. I don't see Yared Nuguse, well, it's top 6, so Yared Nuguse may make it, but he's a great time trialer, as most of the American distance runners are. They're great in paced races, great time trialers, but when it comes to racing and actually running real races, they suck and they're non-factors. So even if all 3 Americans do get in the final, the only one in my opinion, well, I have to see how Hobbs Kessel look because he looks really good in the prelims. With his newfound foot speed of running 143 in an 800, I think he's capable of doing some really special things. But I don't know how he will progress through the rounds. Do I think he will be a medal contender? Hell no. But do I think any American will be a medal contender? Hell no. I feel like if any American comes down to any type of medal contention, it will be Cole Hawker. And I don't trust Cole Hawker. And if Cole Hawker ever went around Future, he probably would have been shot. Because Young Metro wouldn't trust him. And oh, how I wish Jake Whiteman and Mo Katir was competing at this Olympic Games. It would just make things that more interesting and that more appealing. But if I have to predict a winner and my top 3 for this race, I'ma definitely have to go with Josh Kerr for the win. He just seems too confident. He's way stronger this year. He's way faster. Jakob Ingebrigtsen, he's one of those time trialers. He runs good with the pacer. He's ran sub 328 plenty of times, but every single time he ran under 328, he had a pacer. He was in one of those time trial races. The fastest he's ever went with no pacer is 328. And if the race goes out and be a 328 paced race, Josh Kerr will definitely win. But I don't see Jakob taking it out hard because that's just not what he does. It's like damn near it's impossible for him to run fast without a pacer. He ran really decent in 2021 at the Olympics, but he hasn't won a title since then in the 1500, and I just don't trust him. But I definitely have him getting second place because there's nobody that's going to come in between him and Josh Kerr, in my opinion. I think Jakob is a really good time trialer. I don't think he's really the best racer. I think Josh Kerr is the best racer. And the majority of the time when it comes to distance races, especially in championships, it's not about who's the fastest. It's about who races the best. And in my whole humble opinion, I definitely believe that Josh Kerr is the better racer than Jakob Ingebrigtsen. And I've seen a lot of people say, oh, if Jakob just takes the race out hard, I have to go based off of history. He's never done that without a pacer, so I don't expect him to do it now. This was a one-off race in a Diamond League meet with a pacer. I would definitely have Jakob as the favorite. So in this race going into the final, I would definitely have to say that Jakob is a slight underdog. Not by much, but he's a slight underdog to Josh Kerr. And he definitely has the fastest time in the world, but as we've seen, when it comes to championship, usually the fastest guy almost never wins, especially when it comes to distance, unless you're just super far out in front of everybody and you're the world record holder or something. But usually the best racer typically wins. and Jakob Ingebrigtsen simply isn't the best racer. Hence the reason he hasn't won the 1500 in the last 3 years. And of course, if he loses this race, he's definitely going to have an excuse like he always does. Somehow he caught COVID and was good enough to win a 5K. I've heard this song sung plenty of times, and for that third place spot, it'll be in between Timothy Chariot, Laros, or Nordas. I don't trust none of the Americans. I simply don't. I've seen their history, and it ain't no mystery in their history. They show up and do American things. Now, if one American does slip up and end up with a medal, it'll be Cole Hawker, but I highly, highly doubt it just going based off of history. But yeah, going into these semifinals and finals, I feel like Josh Kerr is slightly more confident. He's talking way more this year, and let me tell you something about confidence. When somebody starts talking the way Josh Kerr is talking, they know something that we don't know. And when you go into races and you feel like wholeheartedly no one in that race can beat you and you're way better than everybody, that's a dangerous, dangerous mindset to have. But it's going to be interesting to watch and see how it play out. Let me know who y'all think is going to place in what places down below in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to my channel and tell me some suggestions I should make videos about next.